Whew. It's cold in here. It's time for a book review. Today I'm here to talk about Touch by Claire North. This was a very good book. I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars, and I will get into why I deducted some points off of it, even though I'm telling you, it's a really good book. Let me just have it in the corner right here. Can you be good there? Stay. This creepy face is going to be watching you the entire time. It's just looking you right in the eye. Touch is about a ghost named Kepler who has the ability to touch other people and jump their consciousness into that other person. The story starts off with someone gunning them down in the middle of a train station, and Kepler has to escape the situation and try to figure out just what the heck is going on. Why is this person killing her? Oh, this book is just very interesting with trying to describe it using pronouns, because ghosts, they go from male to female, you know, in different gendered bodies. It doesn't matter. I don't want to use the pronouns of it, even though there are some instances in the book where certain characters have called Kepler it, because I feel that negates the whole gender binary thing. It's not a binary, it's more than a binary, it's like it's fluid. Gender is fluid, so I don't want to use the term it. What I like about this story, and with Claire North's writing in general, because this was a theme that I saw, or a writing style that I saw in the first 15 lines of Harry August, was that with the main storyline, there were also flashbacks of things that have happened in the past that aid to the story. There are certain chapters that describe how Kepler died in the first place. The different chapters are piecing together Kepler's story over the years, and you trying to figure out just how old is Kepler? How long has Kepler been ghosting? Going back to different experiences of what has shaped Kepler to be the person Kepler is today. This story touches very much on the ideas of personhood, what constitutes a person in my mind anyway. These were the thoughts that I was thinking while I was reading it. There are questions of how you live your life and what you live your life for. What are your motivations to do the things that you do and live the way you live? When you don't have the limitations of growing old or dying in a body that's growing old, you could just jump into another body that's younger and more able. What are you living for? The story also introduced other ghosts as well, and Kepler's interaction with them. Kepler has described herself, I want to say her because she initially was a female. It's crazy, these genders, they're hard. They are hard. During the book, Kepler describes herself as an estate agent. It's a ghost that excels in finding a body for another ghost, using bodies like commodities. A ghost could come to Kepler and say, hey, I'm looking for a well-educated, fairly active, good-looking, no health issues, you know, I'm looking for long-term, you know, doesn't have much in the way of family so that people don't ask questions. And Kepler has a way of finding that information out about a person. Kepler prides herself in making sure she knows as much information to pass as that person in any given moment. Now, Kepler isn't actually this ghost's name. It's what this organization has given her. Whenever Kepler's in a new body, she goes by that name. She is that person. That is the way that she lives through the bodies. So the main plot of the story is the attempted assassination on Kepler, and Kepler wants to find out why this is happening, not only for who's trying to kill her, but she finds out that there was, in order to kill her host that she was inhabiting, not just her itself, this organization that has put the hit on her knows about these ghosts. And so that is one of the big motivators that Kepler has into finding out why this is happening, instead of just ghosting away and hiding. I love that the story looks at the different motives of why certain people do what they do. There's different types of ghosts and their motivations in this world that they live in. I spent a lot of the book trying to figure out whether or not I even sided with the protagonist of the book, because I did view them as a kind of parasite. The fact that they ghost into a body and that body's subconscious gets suppressed. They lose their time. This ghost can be in that body for minutes, hours, years, and there's nothing they could do about it. Imagine losing years of your life because someone's ghosted into it, only to find out you're a young person trapped in an old person's body. No one was really addressing this in the book. I had these thoughts in my head, but there was a point, it was on page 299, where Kepler's having a conversation with another ghost named Janice. And Janice uses the name Kepler, and Kepler goes, "Don't call me that. It's your name. It's you." And Kepler's like, "I am Samir. That's what the body's name is. That's what's on the driver's license." And Janice goes, "No, you're not. Who is Samir? Who is he? Is he funny? Is he dry, droll, witty? Blah, 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 blah. Like, how do you dare dishonor him by taking his name? You useless fucking parasite." And I was like, thank you for calling him out, a ghost who is another parasite, to the main character. It was just, yes. And it was just, from there, that conversation was going on about the whole thing. The only reason why I didn't give it a full 5 stars was that the book is a bit dense. It's just over 400 pages long, and it has about 88 chapters. Some of the chapters are really short, some of them are a little longer. Each chapter is like a different thing that is happening. That is the way that Claire North writes. The same thing was happening with the first 15 Lives of Harry August, but it took me a month to read it because I had to stop for a bit. And just do it bit at a time. And also, I had a problem with some of like the descriptive writing about the surroundings. I tended to just skim over them because it didn't really do much for the story, in my opinion. That's just me. Although there were some good descriptors of, people riding in a subway, people going about their daily lives. It's not something that I find interesting. I tend to ignore humanity, so. The blurb at the top here says fast-paced and thrilling. It is kind of fast-paced, apart from what I just said. It's just dense. It feels like a lot is going on, and then you find out you're on page 30. It's that kind of fast-paced where just a lot happens, and then you just look down and you haven't put a dent in the book yet. Trying to figure out where everything is going was very interesting. I thought that the end was pretty interesting. I'm still thinking about it. It definitely gave me a different feeling apart from the ending of Harry August. I will have to say, if you ask me who my favorite author is, it's Claire North. Just the fact that I've read the first 15 Lives of Harry August and now Touch, I really want to pick up A Sudden Appearance of Hope, which is her book that came out last year. I really want to get to it because I feel like Claire North has very interesting writing and stories to tell about very interesting people and different ways of thinking. I love thinking philosophically, especially in books, and I love books that are able to make me think that way. Like with Harry August, it was a lot of ethics and the morality of time travel and things of that nature, whereas this was a lot of conversation about personhood and, in my opinion, like gender, because from life to life, it didn't the ghosts could be male, female, and be in relationships with male or female. These ghosts were very much fluid in the gender and sexuality, and I thought that was very interesting as well. I mean, a lot of the relationships were hetero anyway. Like if a ghost was in a male, they would be with a female. I don't remember seeing much diversity that way, but it was very interesting to think about. If you are originally born a female and you have this ability to ghost and you spend a majority in male bodies and you're with females. I really do enjoy books that make you think about things of that nature without shoving it down your throat, or they're not trying to make a statement. It's things that you figure out for yourself. I love figuring out my own puzzles. Anyway, I hope I have given you a shred of interest in reading Touch for yourself. If you are a kind of person that likes reading globally, there's different countries that this takes place in. It takes place in Turkey, France, Germany, New York, I think a bit of Egypt in the past. I think I could be wrong, it could have been somewhere different, but yeah, it was very interesting to see the different geographies in this book as well. Thank you so much for watching, and let me know if I could have done this a bit different. I'm still getting used to book reviews. I just basically rambled about what I liked about the book and things about the book, and hopefully I didn't spoil anything from the book. I didn't spoil the plot. Like, that's still a mystery. Go read the book and figure it out yourself. Who's trying to kill Kepler? I don't know. Well, I do. You don't know, unless you've read it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!